remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change, It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it?
Well, good evening, good evening. Welcome to this wealth building webinar on Tuesday night. My name is Sheila Abram, and I am pleased to be the presenter of the webinar this evening. I'm coming to you from California on the Pacific West Coast. And the reason I love to present this information is because we are looking for you. Share this on your Facebook page, share this with other people you know, because this information is going to impact your life and impact the lives of your friends. Now, the video that we just saw, are you a connector? Things have changed. The world rewards now connectors. More independent millionaires are made today than ever before because they are connecting. They're either connecting a service to the people, a valuable product to the people, or a revolutionary idea to the people. Now, I'm going to introduce you to two separate revolutionary ideas that are just taking this globe by storm. So, I have one question for you. My question for you is, would you like to thrive in this economy? Or do you just want to survive? See, survival, when you think about the word survive, you're in survival mode. Doesn't that make you constantly think of a state of stress? A state of, I gotta just stay ahead of the bills that are due. I gotta just stay ahead of my boss that's been looking at me a little funny these last few days. Because typically a lot of companies, especially corporate ones, lay off people during the holidays. So it makes you a little bit paranoid. You're just trying to survive to 2019. Well, we need to stop surviving and get in the state to where we are thriving. We are thriving financially. We are thriving with our family lives. We are thriving with just building a legacy for our family. So hopefully this information that I'm going to share with you is going to show you that this is the clear path to thriving in 2019. But you got to start now. You have to realize what your dreams are. And then another reality you need to make is, how close are you to reaching your dreams? Everybody at the end of the year always, well, actually at the end of it, they start thinking of their resolutions. Then January 1st, they're making these magical resolutions that by February, they've already forgotten what they were. Let's look at our own economy. Let's flash back to 2017, this time of the year, 2017, 1 year ago. What was your bank account looking like then? And what is your bank account looking like right now? Does it look like you're in survival mode? Or does it look like you put some systems in place to make a change and you could see you are thriving? You don't even recognize yourself financially because you made a change. Let's look at how we can all make that happen. First, it starts with, you need to know what you're doing it for. You need to know, why do you want to change? You know, is it a loved one? Do you want to change for yourself? Do you want to change for the next generation? Have you really started to look and understanding that there are millionaires living next door to you and you don't even know it? There's a secret that they're doing, and it's something different. You know, most of us, we definitely did what we were told. We went to school, we went to college, we graduated. We were told, now it's time to go ahead and get a job. So you got a job. And then you realize something is not right. My daughter has a friend who is a physical therapist. She went through college, you know, and then she went through to go on to get her license to be a licensed physical therapist. And actually, she's also an occupational therapist as well. She has a double career. Young, she's 28 years old. She has to drive a minimum of 2 hours just to get to the job. Then her job is physical. You know, she's giving physical therapy. She's doing occupational therapy. She is tired by the time she gets to the job. She works long hours on the job. Then she has to drive 2 hours home. She told my daughter last week, she said, you know what? This can't be what life was all about. I am so tired. Yes, I'm making good money. I am so tired, I can't even enjoy it. See, how many of us out there, you're on a job, you're not making good money, and you don't enjoy it. So you have a double whammy. Not only are you not doing what you know you were meant to do, you're still trying to make ends meet. You're looking for a second job because you feel like that's going to make it better. But let me talk a little bit about a census. The U.S. Census Bureau, they did a study, and they looked at people age 100 years of age. They'd be looking at a smaller group at 100 years of age, but they looked at 100 people age 65 years of age and over, and they said, let's see, where are they at now? How are they living now? They found that 1 in 100 is wealthy. So we know they did something different, that one. 3 will still be working. 4 have enough money to retire, but they're afraid to, because they realize, some of them have done the math, and they realize that something didn't happen the way that they were led to believe it would happen. Because a lot of their retirement plans, they started in their mid-30s, where retirement age, 65 years of age and over, that seemed so far away. You didn't honestly look at the actual program your money was being put in to for the next 40, 35 years, 40 years. But now that you're actually close to 65, they're looking at that retirement, and they're finding out, well, wait a minute. They entice me with the words, you don't pay taxes now. While you're working, while you're young, while you're earning an income, you were enticed with the fact that you don't pay taxes now on this money. You pay taxes later. You pay taxes when you're 65 and 70, when you're living on a fixed income. Because we're also told the story that when you get older, you do not need as much money as you do now. If we look at just the way inflation has gone, seniors living 20 years ago, their expenses are much higher today. See, just because you become a senior and you're of retirement age, inflation doesn't stop for you. There are no special lines in the grocery store, the gas line for gas. Unless you're in subsidized housing, your rent still goes up. Your biggest expense as a senior are going to be your medical bills. Because truth be told, unless you have some type of illness young, you're going to have more doctor's appointments. As your body starts to age and wear down a bit, you're going to have more medications, and some of those medications are absolutely not covered by insurance. See, now that you're living on this fixed income, not only are you paying taxes every time you're withdrawing on that retirement or it's being dispersed to you, you're also paying the rising costs that everyone else is paying right now. So especially our seniors need a type of wealth building system so that they can thrive through their golden years. Now, this is a starting fact. 29 are deceased. 29 either left home and never returned home, or they left work and never returned to work. Somewhere in one of those time frames, they died. They never knew where they didn't have to get up and go and trade their time for dollars. So in the golden years, 95% of people age 65 years and over, they cannot afford to retire, and they're going to work until they die. So you might say, you know what? It's not going to be me. Like I thought earlier, I've already been looking at trying to get a second job so that I could now pay higher income taxes the following year. People don't think about that. Depending on your home situation, depending on how young your children are, if you have them, second job means more time away from the family. Second job means more child care that's needed. When you really do the math, how much money are you truly bringing home? Now here's a thought. If the task, the job, or career that you perform were ever meant to make you wealthy and give you true freedom, don't you think it would have happened already? Don't you think if you're in an office setting that there would be off parties throughout the year, financial freedom parties. You know, they finally met their wealth goal parties, and now they don't have to go to work. They finally made enough money in their nest egg to live next to the boss. That's just not going to happen. So we have a reality check. A reality check is we need to do something different. The reality check is most people are in this E quadrant, the employee quadrant. Now in that E quadrant, that's the highest tax quadrant on this whole chart, this cash flow quadrant. That employee, the one that works 40 plus hours a week just to pay more taxes on the money he's earning, just to look for every Friday or every other Friday, however he gets paid, looks for that paycheck because most likely most of it's already gone to pay bills. Now the next quadrant is that self-employed quadrant. That's that person that says, you know what? I have a talent, I have a skill, I went some extra years in school, now I have a license of some sort, and I'm going to own my own job. I'm going to be self-employed. The best thing is you are in a better quadrant than the employee. However, if something were to happen to you, your income is going to stop. If your business, your self-employed business, and you may even, if you're a dentist, you may have some staff in there. But if you don't come and perform your profession, pull teeth, root canals, put in braces, will you be able to pay your staff? Will you be able to pay your bills? Because none of your clients or patients are going to pay you just because you're a nice dentist. They're going to pay you for the services you perform. So how long, when you look at it, how long are you personally going to be able to perform that task before your body needs to retire? And what do you have in place that's going to bring that same amount of income that you're used to living on into your house? Now, on this right side of the quadrant, isn't that interesting? The right side, that's the side you want to be on. That's the business owner side. That's the side that has people working for you. You have people working for you. You have people that are making your dream come true. You have people that are really making that profit margin that you want to reach. As the business owner, you're just pretty much studying to make sure things are going on the right track. Now, yes, there are definite responsibilities. You've got a lot of insurances and a lot of things behind the scenes going on. But guess what? That business owner quadrant gets the best tax breaks. They get the best. Now, the last quadrant is the investor quadrant. That's where your money is working for you. You're putting your money in a system that's actually working for you and that is making money while you sleep. That is a wealth building quadrant. And I'm going to talk about some things that you can do that's going to help you make money while you sleep. See, the beautiful thing about this I quadrant, the employee, he could participate in the I quadrant. If you're an employee right now, wouldn't you like to hear about an investment that's going to explode? Wouldn't you have liked to have heard about Microsoft in the beginning? Somebody says, look, they're going to go public, or there's a brand new company that went public, Microsoft. You're going to want to look at them. You're going to want to put your faith in them while they're just hitting the gate running. What about Google? Hey, there's this company named Google. They feel like people are going to want to use their internet infrastructure. It used to be called the the World Wide Web, the information superhighway. And we were like, what? We were used to the telephone line. But wouldn't you have liked to been able to invest in those revolutionary companies, and now your money would be working for you? Well, those are not the only opportunities out there, and I'm going to share some with you. We're going to have just a little bit of financial education before I actually unveil this wonderful opportunity that you can get involved with tonight. We're going to learn some wealth principles first. The first wealth principle, you must pay yourself first. That might be difficult. You might say, look, I just got paid this past Friday and it's Tuesday. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do until next payday. I cannot pay myself first. Well, that is a wealth principle. And you have to find a way to pay yourself first. You are the one who's actually trading your time for dollars. You have to set an amount that you're going to pay yourself first, and then every single time without fail, when you get paid, you pay yourself first. Now, wealth principle number 2, you must create residual income. And you're thinking, well, how can I create some residual income? I'm working 40 plus hours. What can I do that's going to give me residual income, that I'm going to be able to employ some leverage? You know, you're going to benefit from the efforts of others as well as the efforts of yourself. You need a system that's going to generate wealth. I'm going to give you a solution to wealth principle number 2 in just a few moments, and it's going to build you some residual income. Now, wealth principle number 3, you must solve taxation. As a W-2 owner, remember that's the employee category, the one that's taxed the highest. It has the largest tax expense. Is that W-2 income earner. So one way to solve taxation is by having a home-based business, because it's going to reduce your tax exposure. I don't know about you, but legally paying less taxes is the only way to go. That's how the wealthy are wealthy. They pay less taxes than you, and they do it legally, most of them. Now, wealth principle number 4, you must solve inflation. Now, I know I seem to be giving you some wealth principles that until tonight, you would have thought were an impossibility, especially when the dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power. You would have said, there is no way that I can solve inflation. I can't help that things are costing more. I can't help that it takes more dollars to buy now what it did even a year ago. Well, there is a solution. The solution to the problem is Karatbar's International Gold Acquisition and Payment System. It is a system that is so incredibly simple. You're going to think there has to be more to it. You simply save the money that you want to keep in gold, and you get paid when you invite others who also save in gold. Now, we are going to learn why it's so important to save in gold, because less than 1% of the world's population owns gold, and it is our mission to change that percentage. Now, Karatbar's International, we are actually so much more than just this slide. We now have a family of Karat companies, probably 5 of them. But we're going to just talk about Karatbar's International. That is our parent company. It was founded in 2011. It internationally ships to more than 120 countries globally. It specializes in the production and sale of high quality gold and small transaction friendly weights. Now, you still may not understand the magnitude of what I just said. It specializes in the production of small, high-quality gold in transaction-friendly weights. I'm going to tell you why that's going to change the economy in your own home. Mr. Harold Seitz, he's interviewed, he's on the stock exchange, he's starting his own stock exchange. He has a cryptocurrency stock exchange. Mr. Harold Seitz has a bank, a crypto bank in Miami. Mr. Harold Seitz is working with Sony to produce cell phones, cryptocurrency cell phones. We even have our own cryptocurrency out there that I'm going to talk about just a little bit later. But Mr. Harold Seitz is an innovator. And everything that he touches, he tries to peg it to gold. And not only tries to peg it to gold, he does peg it to gold, meaning it's backed by gold. Our carat bars are 24 karat 999.9 gold. Mr. Harold Seitz knows that wealth building is a mindset. Wealth building is a mindset. So this opportunity that I'm going to present to you is absolutely amazing, and it's going to change your financial future. And there are 4 optional ways to participate. 4 ways. The wealthy will tell you, in order to thrive financially, you must save a portion of your money, your paper money, in physical gold. That, remember, that's wealth wealth principle number 1. Pay yourself first. Well, pay yourself first, but pay it in physical gold. Now, remember, I just said that Karatbars produces high quality gold, small transaction-friendly weights at affordable prices. That beautiful blue looks like European money. That's 1/10 of a gram of gold. Do you know you can get that for around $5? So you can pay yourself first. That was one of the things that most people said, I cannot pay myself first. I'm barely making ends meet. Well, I need you to stop, and I need you to take a look and analyze on a weekly basis. What are you eating and what are you drinking? Where are you eating it and where are you drinking it? And I want you to stop and think, can I cut out one day of eating or drinking there? Because if you can cut out one day, you already are able to pay yourself first on a weekly basis with our 1/10 of a gram cash gold. Sometimes we have to crawl before we can walk. Sometimes we have to really understand, wait a minute, I can do that. I can do that. And then you do. Gold is a hedge against inflation. Gold is like money insurance. And gold is a safe store of value. And more importantly, gold is money. Gold is money. So let's talk a little bit about 1971. A gram of gold will get you about 5 loaves of bread, and $1 would get you 4 loaves of bread. You would think that's pretty close. Flash forward today. 1 gram of gold will get you about 25 loaves of bread, while $1 will barely get you 2 slices. That's it. So in this example alone, I don't even need to give you another one. Right here, this solves wealth principle number 4. You must solve inflation. Getting involved with Karatbars International tonight helps you accomplish that. I'm just going to give you one more example, because some people love example with money, dollars. They want to see the Benjamins. In 1971, if you had $2,000 in one hand, you had the 10 $100 bills. Other hand, you had $1,000 worth of gold in 1971, which would have been 24.6 ounces. 24.6. Your hands would be equal. You put the money under your mattress and the gold under your bed. You left it there. In 2018, you decided, I'm going to take that out. So you take the 10 $100 bills out from under your mattress, and it's only worth $1,000. But the purchasing power of what it would buy you in 1971 versus what that $1,000 would buy you today, it's about $165. It's lost that much of its purchasing power. Now you take the gold out from under your bed. You only paid $1,000 for it. Today it would be worth more than $32,000. You just outpaced inflation. You outpaced inflation by over 3,000%. That's the hidden secret. If you want to know a wealthy hidden secret, that is it. Now at Karatbars International, we have gold products. We have a full line of gold. We have the classic Karat bar. We have beautiful gift-giving branding cards that you can give gifts with. We have our cash gold line that plays such a vital part in our Karatbars family, our whole ecosystem. And I'll tell you just a little bit about that. Our cash gold is actually purchasing. You're able to purchase things online once you put the cash gold in our Karat Pay system. I'll show you that in just a moment. And we also have beautiful cash gold cards that can be delivered to your door as well. And they also can be loaded into our Karat system as well, our Karat Pay system. Now our Karat Pay system, it's an app. The cash gold, you transfer it in from your Karatbars account into your Karat Pay account. You open up your app. It's there. The gold is there. Then you are able to purchase products, goods, and services from businesses that are lining up to become K exchanges. They are lining up because they are seeing and actually hearing that gold will preserve their profits. And why wouldn't they want that? Why wouldn't, let's say, a business that sells shoes, why wouldn't he want to take $60 worth of gold for a pair of shoes, and he just keeps that $60 profit separately in the business's savings account, and a year from now that $60 is grown? Now mind you, that pair of shoes that he sold either may be out of fashion, out of style, or maybe worn out. But he has something that's increasing in value. That's why businesses are becoming a part of our global money system, because they want to benefit in that as well. Now let's talk quickly on how you earn money. We save and earn in Karatbars. See, we save gold for ourselves, building our net worth so we can outpace inflation. That's what we pay ourselves first with. But we save and earn. We don't keep it to ourselves. We share with others. Now, number 3, option 3, while we're sharing with others, we can maximize the income that we make. And that's by getting a business package. We just told you wealth principle number 2 is you must solve taxation. Actually, wealth principle number 3 is you must solve taxation. Remember, they said owning a home-based business, that will help you reduce your tax exposure. You know, talk to your knowledgeable tax preparer, and they will tell you the benefits of owning a home-based business. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to register your free Karatbars Gold Savings account. You're going to decide which business package that you fit in. You get in where you fit in. You get your business package and you get started. The first thing to do is you're going to get your business completely approved with Karatbars. You need to show who you are, where you're going to be doing business, you know, where the gold is going to be mailed to when you're having it shipped to your door. where your business package is going to be mailed to, and there's gold inside of that business package as well. And then you're going to decide how much are you going to pay yourself first with wealth principle number 1. How much gold are you going to pay yourself first with, and then how often? Is it going to be monthly? Is it going to be bi-weekly or weekly? You get to decide, and then you just share this program with others. Now, the way we get paid is when duplication starts to happen. Because as others are freeing themselves, they're paying themselves first, they're reducing their tax exposure, they're building an inheritance, their financial economy in their own home is starting to thrive. Because we are a wealth building company. Do you know that's when you're going to benefit? You're going to benefit from leverage. You're going to benefit from duplication. You're going to benefit from getting a percentage of everyone attached to you, even when you sleep. But let's talk just a little bit about a penny that doubles every day. When asked, if I want to give you a briefcase, you have a choice. In this briefcase is $500,000. You could take it now, you could take it today, or you could participate in leverage with a penny that's going to double every day. Some people quickly in top of their head, they try to do the math real quick, and they can maybe only make it to day 11, and they're like, I think that's around $10. Oh, give me the $500,000 right now. But they don't take the time to really look at what a little delayed gratification and what duplication is going to do for you. Duplication by day 30 is over $5,368,709.12. That makes the $500,000 look like the small change that it is. So let's be willing to put in the work. It's an example. As you duplicate, as your organization duplicates and grows with gold savers, with people paying themselves first, leaving an inheritance for their children and their children's children, and building a nest egg for themselves for retirement, that's when the money will start to flow through your organization. It's through a system of duplication. And here's how it worked. There you are. You have a left team and you have a right team. And that doesn't stop. There are no floors. It's just to infinity. All of Carabar's products have units attached to them. The business package that you pick, that you decide to turn on your open for business sign with, it has units attached to it. The bronze has 5 units, the silver has 20, the gold has 50, and the VIP has 100 units. Every time, 25 units accrues on one side and 50 on the opposite side. As long as it's the opposite side, an instant dual team payout happens. What that dual team payout is whatever the level of business package you chose. That's what it is for the same activity. VIP is just under $100 every time it happens. Gold is around 75 every time it happens. Silver about 50 every time it happens. Bronze around 25 every time it happens. So you get in where you fit in. When I heard this on a webinar, May 6, 2014, in the US, but it was already May 7th in Germany. And I looked at this chart. It was a chart like this. And I thought, you mean tonight I can start at the top of the compensation plan? By just getting a VIP package? That's exactly what I did within 10 minutes. Now, at that particular time, I just wanted to be a gold saver. I have been looking for a place that I didn't have to deal with the middleman. I didn't have to deal with broker fees. I didn't have to deal with paper gold where I never saw the gold. So I had still just been looking for the right place, and I was introduced to Karatbars. So I said, you know what, I'm going to save gold, but I did have a couple of friends in mind. I did have some people that I wanted to share with because I knew they wanted gold as well. So therefore, I positioned myself to be compensated the highest. So you do the same. Position yourself so that you can be compensated the highest. This time of the year, the end of the year during the holiday season, people think nothing of pulling out their credit card this time of the year. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are working so hard all year long to bring down those balances so they can spend it on stuff. Well, I want to tell you tonight, spend it on yourself. Spend it on family by owning a home-based business. See, spend it on something that's going to create residual income for you. Something that now you can finally get off of that hamster wheel and finally start making some headway. Our system will pay out 180,000 dual team payouts per week. We are paid on a wonderful prepaid MasterCard. We are also paid anytime you earn over 200 euro in commissions in 1 week, you get free gold. You're paid with a gram of gold. And then you're paid the rest in euro on your MasterCard. Mr. Harold Seitz wants to make sure that he's paying you something that's going to give you a raise every time gold goes up in value. Now, we also have a wonderful, wonderful investment in our carat coins. We have our carat gold coin. We also have our carat coin bank coin. We have 2 coins right now. One's in the ICO phase, our carat coin bank. Our carat gold coin, it's on cryptocurrency exchanges, and it is actually also on our very own exchange. November 1st this year, 2018, our own cryptocurrency exchange opened up, and our coins can be purchased there. Our first coin. Our second coin is still in the ICO stages until next August. We have a whole ecosystem. Our carat gold coin, that's an asset coin. And that asset coin is backed by physical gold. That's what's so unique about us. Remember I said everything Mr. Harold Seitz touches, he backs by gold. Even our cryptocurrencies are backed by gold. Every time our carat coin bank coin, our KCB, is purchased, the bank deposits an amount of physical gold to back our original coin, our carat bank coin. And then when the bank purchases gold, the value of the KBC increases. Logically, it's backed by more gold. Its actual physical value is going to increase. Then when the bank buys gold, the bank gets fees, which increases its own value. See, that's how banks make their money, in the fees that are charged. Same with our own bank. We have our bank opened up in Miami in September, our cryptocurrency bank. Now, when the bank increases its value, the KCB, our brand new, it's a token right now, our brand new token, which is linked to the bank, it also increases in value. Do you see the wonderful ecosystem that's happening? Everything supports itself or each other. And then from every profit the bank does, 50% will always be used to buy physical gold to help bring up the value of our KBC. So we have an opportunity to help our own investments by participating in the wonderful ICO to the level that we can participate. It only increases our value in our original coin. Supply and demand also increases the value. It's an excellent price You can never have enough of anything that's backed by physical gold. Now, the research has been done. We only use LBMA approved refineries. FedEx is our delivery partner. The Vatican does fundraising with the Karatbars branding cards. We have hundreds of thousands of satisfied customers and affiliates. So you need to take action tonight. Hopefully, with this presentation, you've seen two things. You've seen that you can get involved with the system that's all about you. It's all about you paying yourself first. It's all about you starting your own home-based business so you can reduce your tax exposure. It's all about you acquiring an asset that's going to help your family with our coins. And they're backed by gold as well. So all we do is we save a lot of gold, we save a lot of our coins, we tell a lot of people, and we make a lot of money in Karatbars. So get plugged in. Plug into Wealth Builders. We have a plethora of trainings, daily calls, Monday through Saturday. We have leadership call on Wednesday night. We have live presentations on Monday afternoon, Tuesday night, and Thursday night. We have a new affiliate orientation on Monday nights. And we also have other trainings, learning for one. We're new to the gold-backed cryptocurrency, and we're starting to do trainings on that as well. So stay plugged in. We love to help people succeed. We don't just sign you up and disappear. We sign you up and we help you succeed in your business, because when you succeed, we all succeed. So it has been my pleasure to present this information to you tonight. Get back to the person who is sharing this presentation on their Facebook page and let them know you are ready to thrive in 2019. I'm Sheila Abram. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.